In this video, let's talk about the loops in JavaScript. Loops is used to repeat the code. It means the iteration of the code if the condition is matched. We have already talked about the decision control statement like if statement, if else statement, and then the else ladder. And also we have talked about the switch cases. That is all about the decision making statement. And this is about the repetition of the code if the condition is matched. And I'll write here some script tag at first. It means I have to write here the, okay, at first I will write here the script tag to write the JavaScript code. And inside the script tag, I will show you the different types of loop. One is the while loop. Second one is the do while loop. And third one is the for loop. And also we have the for each loop. We'll discuss about it later. At first, you have to understand about the while loop, do while loop, and then the for loop. And most of the cases we use the for loop because it has the quite simple syntax and also it is easy to use, right? At first, now let's talk about the while loop and how we can use the while loop. So now let's see the syntax. I'm creating here the one variable I equal to 0, and then I have to use here the while keyword. And inside the while loop, I can write here if this is not writing here the if condition, but while I is less than 5, this is my condition. And if this condition is matched, then I'll write some statement here, document.write. And inside the document.write, I can simply write here the I value. It means if I execute this code, then this code is always true because 0 is less than 5, right? If I run this code clicking on the go live options, okay. Now you can see here, this loop is just, loading here because this condition is always going to be true. So it won't stop here because this condition is always true because I value is here 0 and this I value is always less than the 5. It's never going to be greater than or equal to the 5. So to make this increment the value of I, we can use the increment operator. We have also talked about the increment operator and the decrement operator. And this is actually the post increment operator, right? And if I go to here, this loop is again looping here, but I have to stop this port at once. And again, I have to click on the go live options. This code is running. Now you can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you need the break line, then you can just use here the another things that is you can use the break tag here that is br tag, right? And if I go to here, now I got the 0, 1, 2, 3, and the 4. You can see here, at first we have the value at 0. And this 0 is less than 5, this condition is true. It means it will execute this code inside this while loop. And it will print the 0 value, and it keeps one break line. And it increases the values from 0 to 1. And again, it will check the condition. I is less than 5, it means 1 is less than 5, this condition is true. So it will again print the value of 1. And again, it will put the break line and again increase the value into the 2. 2 is less than 5. This condition is also true. So it will again print the 2. And it will goes into the 3 by using the increment operator. 3 is less than 5. This condition is also true. So it will again print the value of 3. And it will goes into the 4. 4 is less than 5. This condition is true. So it will print the value of 4. And when again value is increment from the 4 into 5 and 5 is less than 5, this condition is not true. So it will goes outside of the loop and it halt the program from here. It means it won't halt the program, sorry, but it will goes outside of the loop, right? But if I put i's here, if I change the comparison operator into lesser equal to operator, now you can see here 5 is also here because when the value of 5 becomes 5 and 5 is less or equal to 5, which is true. So it will show the result as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5. This is about the while loop. So I'm putting this code inside the comment section. Now let's talk about the do while loop. Do while loop and while loop and the for loop, all these loops do the same things, but do while loop is little bit different. So at first, now again, let's create the let I equal to 0. And then the inside the after the initialization value of I into 0. Now let's write here the do, and inside the do I can just write here the document dot write, and I can fill the value of I, And after that, I can use this br tag, right? This is br tag. And also if I want to put the semicolon here, I can use, and after using the br tag, I can write here the post increment operator, right? And after this curly braces in, we have to use the while keyword. And if I can write here the condition, if I is less than 5, this is the same condition, right? And if I go to the browser, now this loop is again looping here. At first, let's stop this. And I'm putting here the I equal to 0. And then the, okay, this condition is right, good, quite good. Let's stop this code at once. And again, click on the go live options. This code is running here. And I got the 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4. And this is same as the before as while loop. We have already talked about the why this value 0, 1, 2, 3, and up to 4. Why not 5, right? So we have already talked about it, but now you get it better. But if you see the differences between the while loop and the do while loop will execute the statement at once, whatever be the condition. It won't check the condition at first, right? So if I put the value of I as 10, then also it will execute the value of I as 10 at once. But this condition is not true. It means I is less than 5. It means at first it will initialize, we have the initialization value of I, and it gets the value of I as 10, and it will goes into the do loop, right? It means inside the do block, and it will print the value of I. It won't check here at first the condition, and it will print the value of 10, and it will put the break line here, and it will increase the value of I. It means 10 into the 11, and only it will check inside the while condition. It means 11 is less than 5, which is not true. So it will goes outside of the do while block. So right, but it won't check the condition at first. It means at one time, whatever be the condition, it won't check the condition at first, and it will execute the code at first, and after that only it will check the condition. So this is the actual differences between the while loop and then the do while loop. Now you got the point about the while loop and then the do while loop. Now let's talk about the one of the important loop, that is for loop. This is actually we use the most of the time, right? Because it has the quite simple syntax and easy to use. For, and I can write here the initialization, let I equal to 0, and I is, okay, I can write here I is less than 5, I plus plus. And inside the for loop, just type here the document dot write, and I can just type here the I value, right? And if I go to the browser, now also I got this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I get the break line from here, I can simply use the break line, right? And if I go to the browser, now I got the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the result same as the while loop and then the do while loop. At first, it will initialize the value of I equal to 0. We have already initialized. And it will check the condition. After initializing the value, it will check the condition. It means 0 is less than 5. That condition is true. So it will execute this code, and also it has one break line, right? And it will increase the value of I. That means 0 into 1. And 0, it means that the value of I became the 1, and 1 is less than 5, which is true. So again, it will execute this code. And when the I value became 5, this condition is not true. So it will goes outside of the for loop. So it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4. But if I write here again, I is lesser equal to 5, then I will get the 5 value also. I is lesser equal to 5, and I is lesser equal to 5. Just stop the port at once, and then click on the go live options from here. Now I got the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5. So in this way, you can use the different types of loop, that is while loop, do while loop, and then the for loop. Loop is actually, if you want to write your answer sheet, what is loop, you can just type here the loop is the iteration of the code depending upon the condition. If the condition is matched, then we can repeat the code, right? But if you understand in a layman language, loop is just the iteration of the code. If the condition is matched, then we can repeat the code. And if the condition is not matched, then it will go outside of the loop, right? And especially we use the for loop 90% time. So if you get any confusion regarding this video, you can ask me in the comment section. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you so very much.